proof for everything. Yes, you must believe in evolution. I refuse to believe in evolution because it's not true. It is 100% fabrication. And you've sent me videos with all kinds of things, and I tell you afterwards, it's got nothing to do with the evolution of the species. You can have steps of adaptation. The so-called evolution that they have from single to multiple celled clusters is an adaptation of a single cell. It is not a multi-cell unit that eats together. Let me give you one clear example. The evolutionists postulated that the eyes developed because sunlight was hitting certain things and was creating, burning certain things. And as a result of that, they became sensitized to it and eventually developed into eyes. My friends, can you think of another color? You've seen all the colors in the rainbow. Can you imagine another color? The answer is no. Whatever you imagine are all parts of the things that you have already experienced. That which is not within your experience, you can't even imagine. You cannot want or develop something you cannot imagine. The whole process, the whole apparatus of an eye is totally extraneous without any kind of nerve endings and the ability of the brain to process what the eye sees. And the development of clear lenses is not something that can be developed by random mutation and by cosmic ray bombardment. It is an impossibility. And this is not God of the gaps. Evolution is stupid. Evolution doesn't make any sense. You cannot begin to hear unless vibrations don't cut it. How can vibrations cause you to hear? Hearing is something that is beyond the fantasy of an amoeba. Yes, plants feel better when there's music. Plants are affected by vibrations. And if they have a wisdom and understanding anger, and wisdom and understanding frustration, then that's not something that the plants could have evolved on their own. There have been studies about the effects of sounds and people's reactions toward plants. And the plant seems to react as we react. How's that possible? What do our emotions have to do with the plant? How can a plant even begin to sense? These are things that are beyond evolution because the plant cannot protect itself from your feelings. If you wish to cut down the plant's a sitting duck. There's nothing in the plant's survival mechanism that can help it prevent a human from cutting it down. So what, may I ask you, is the adaptation of plants? How do plants adapt? Well, they have all different kinds of adaptations, but they don't learn to adapt to the emotions of a human being. And yet, if there is a sensitivity that the plants have, it has to be given to them. Our eyes and our ears and our senses allow us to appreciate and understand and protect ourselves from our environment. These are things that cannot be evolved because there is no desire or way to learn to evolve to that. And no matter what you say, the actual creation of, or the evolution of those abilities are things that are not seen in the basic bacteria and the single-celled animals and the multi-celled animals. They're not developing eyes. You haven't seen an amoeba with eyes yet. If eyes are a development of evolution, Why are there no amoebas with glasses or hearing aids? I say this tongue-in-cheek, but actually, the ability to hear and to see is a fantastic ability beyond the imagination of single-celled or multi-celled animals. The fact that they've developed within species only further indicates just how there is a creator who creates them. These are not things that can evolve of their own, for there is no lesson and no way of creatures to pursuing them. They can't pursue, and they cannot even direct their lives towards something they can't imagine. Which brings me to Reform and Conservative Judaism and atheism.